Just give us your thoughts on the
Okay.
day. First of all, you guys had the trade, and then obviously the 8 picks. Just what are your thoughts overall about the day for the Sharks?
We feel real good about it. Scouts did a good job identifying the players, and I think the board fell to us the way we had hoped, and we were able to add some size, some speed, some skill, some hardness, things that we were looking for. So I think we got a good mix of players, and we're really happy about it.
What do you like about Kunin?
High character kid, plays the game hard, competes hard, got some really good leadership qualities. So he's got a lot of the things that we'd like to bring into the team and the organization. And, I think he fits in nicely with some of the core values that I have and we have as an organization.
Is it important for you guys to continue to add depth, or how do you look at your forward group right now for next season? Would you like to add a little bit more?
I think everyone wants to add a little bit more, but we'll see. I think it's got to be the right player, the right age, and even with the cap and everything, it's got to be the right, makes sense for us financially as well. So we'll keep looking at all the options out there and try and keep trying to make our team better.
Go ahead, Shane.
Hey, Mike. Wanted to ask you also about Luke. Was also his age something that was attractive to you guys, and you could see a little more upside with him, and he could grow with you guys?
Absolutely. Yeah. His age, his character, and everything. We think there's some upside, like you said, to, score a little bit more and be a little bit more offensive. And we know he'll show up and play for us every night. So we're really happy with it. But yes, the age is definitely a factor.
And when we spoke with you, when you were introduced, you talked about the identity that you wanted from this team. You talked about, tenacity, competitiveness, hard to play against. And that sounds like Luke to a T. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. You nailed it. He's got a lot of the things that we want and that we want to continue to try and bring into the organization.
And you talk about just the draft itself in terms of, did you have a lot of conversations with GMs about potential trades? I don't know, anything close that didn't work out? I mean, what can you say about that?
No, I think we've, throughout both days, we try to explore every avenue to see if something fit to make us better. So, we made a few moves, but, the scouts obviously did all their homework and did their work. So, when we were able to pick, they were ready and guys fell to us, and we were really happy with the guys that we did get.
So there's a lot of talk about the Sharks' goaltending situation. You have 3 starting caliber goalies. What's your view on that going into next season? Do you believe that you'll probably deal one of those goalies before the beginning of training camp?
Everything's on the table with regards to that, but if you looked around the league in the playoffs and regular season, you need goaltending. So, having 3 is it's not the worst thing in the world. And, if something comes up where we can use it to make ourselves better, we will. But, we'll just see how it goes. But we got 3 really good goaltenders that we like. And I think that's a good thing.
And there was a report today from actually Corey of The Athletic that Marc-Edouard Vlasic doesn't think that he will be bought out. Do you have any comment on that? Buyout period obviously ending in a few days here.
Well, I'm not going to really comment on guys' contract stuff, but he came to the draft and, he's focused and excited for the season and ready to get to work. And I think he really enjoyed being at the draft and kind of seeing the process for it. And I think it kind of got the juices flowing in him, and he's ready to go. So as far as it goes, he's a Shark, and we're happy.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Marco.
Good afternoon, Mike. Mark Raykolovich, your Bay Area sports rep. Now that you've had your first draft under your belt now, are you able to take a big deep breath, a sigh of relief, and is day 2 more frantic than day 1 just because there's more picks, more ability to trade than there is on day 1 when you only will have to worry about 1 pick?
Yeah, I think the picks were going fast. I think Doug was saying how fast that, the second and third round was going through. So, you got to kind of be on your toes and be ready. If you want to do something, you got to be ready to act pretty quickly. So it's a little bit more frantic for sure, but it also keeps you kind of involved and into it all. Excuse me. So it was good.
And so did this map out the way you thought this draft was going to work out for you in your first time doing this?
To be honest, I didn't know how it was going to go, but we were happy once we were able to move out of 11. You know, we got a guy we wanted at 27, and then we feel we got two really good players at the top of the second round. So we're happy with the way it played out. And, you know, throughout the rest of the draft, we got the guys, the board fell to us, you know, the way we hoped, and the scouts really like the players we got. So I'm excited.
Thanks, Mike.
We'll take a few more here from Corey.
Mike, I know that, like, I would say in general, the GM doesn't have a lot to do with some of the later round picks, but one of the guys did mention that he was skating with you like a few days ago. How much did you know about him, you know, going into this process?
Yeah, Fish, I've known him for a while. You know, I've watched him play for quite a few years, and yeah, I've been on the ice with him over the last few summers from time to time. So, you know, that's definitely helped me get to know him, and he's got a lot of upside and potential in him, and he's a hard worker. So yeah, I had a little background insight into the kid as a person and player.
And his future Northeastern teammate also said that, you know, that he knows Jaden, that they've played against each other. Just I'm sure whenever you're at Jaden's games, you're like there watching him, but were you noticing some of these other guys that he's been playing against?
Yeah, I mean, when you're growing up watching these kids, the kids that they're really good players, they stand out, they make plays, and they catch your eye. So yeah, it's, you're not out there actively scouting, but you know, the good players tend to stand out.
And then I had a question about development camp next week. I guess just like without having a coaching staff, what is that sort of going to look like? Have you figured out like who's going to be on the ice and who's going to be running the camp?
Yeah, we got a plan in place. Johnny McCarthy will lead the group, and I think he'll do a good job. He ran it last year as well, so he's got his plan intact. He's put a lot of time and effort into it, so we're pretty excited about it, and we're excited to get the group together and start getting into work.